is Mr. James. I served as a teacher in King's Treasure International Academy years back. I teach physics and chemistry and basic technology in the junior class Treasure. So I am making this video to take you around the clock of all that we were able to achieve before I left there. So stay tuned and watch this video. As a physics teacher, I first of all look for the need for science equipment. I happen to be their HOD science because when I was teaching the application of plane mirror, we were able to produce a periscope, of which I think is still standing in their lab till today. And after the periscope, with the help of the student, nobody from outside, and we also went ahead to produce what we call the ray box to determine the rectilinear propagation of light ray. We also produced it in that same school, that same year. Not just to carry the senior class along only. Since I'm the one teaching basic technology, I decided to organize or join a club called the Royal Jets, which is called, the full meaning of the jet, there's Junior Engineering Technology Student. Since I am an engineer, at the same time a science student, I have to carry them along. We were able to produce things like farm implements, prototype, and we also produce packer, how to produce a packer. And I think one of my lecturer there, who was in China, he told me, he wrote to me and said, James, take care of these ideas. These are multi-million naira ideas. And we're able to carry the student through all those things. The next thing on board is we're able to produce or model a house, because I'm trying to groom engineers out of them from the junior class. We were able to produce a prototype, a model of their class, their classroom. So I asked them to look at it and then model it with a cardboard paper, of which they did a very fantastic job, and you can see on the photograph there that it was a fun, and they were very happy that day that they were able to do something like this. And the next thing we did that blew the mind of the management then was the Treasure Tower. They have a dream that this is what they are going to build, a Treasure University. So we decided to model a treasure tower because of land space. So we modeled a 10-story building tower that blew the mind of everyone. Even people come snapping with the prototype, and everybody was happy. The owner of the school was also happy that this is mind-blowing, and anyone who visited that school knows that actually this work being carried out on their student. I have received several gifts from the parents. I could remember one day a lady came, one of my students, a lady came to hand it over a 1,000 naira to me, that his mommy said that they should give it to me. I was counting my days because I know I was just passing. So we said we should model shapes, things like triangle, rectangle, solids, cylinders, trapezium, and all kinds of things, shapes that the primary section needs. They need to see, children or pupils need to see what it means for a thing to be square or rectangle or other things. We decided to model those things, and I think I could remember that year the school decided, I think they were celebrating 10th year anniversary, and they asked me and one of the English teacher, Sister Rose, and we were able to produce a magazine, and that magazine was the handwork of the Sister Rose and I, and we produced a very fantastic job, and people were very happy. People who came for the celebration, they were like, wow, this is not a technical school and students are doing this much. And it was a thing of joy. Not only that, beads, whatsoever you can think of, I was like trying to inculcate into them handwork, because there's a saying that he that hates handwork should get ready for a hard life. When I came to meet a wooden first aid box, and I was like, no, we have to build something better, something that will withstand the test of time into it. And they decided to release the fund to get the necessary materials that we needed. Through the student, I showed them, we built it together right in the school there. And today, this first aid box has served in many occasions, like the football match we went for. Anytime there's injury or any other thing, they have been using it, and they have been showcasing it all around. So that is how that first aid box was actually built. The first exam they conducted when I came was like each class is seated right in their own classroom to write their exams. And I can see some element of indecency. It's not supposed to be so. Exam is to test students, not to kill them. And I designed how exam should look like. And the owner of the school said, yes, we can do that in our next or subsequent exam. So I had to empty all the classroom, all the chairs to the hall, and we have to arrange the hall, let every student, all the students take part in this exam in same hall at same time. And the arrangement was something else that actually leads to uproar. JSS1 has to sit down with SS3, JSS2 has to sit down with SS2, and JSS3 has to sit with SS1, so that either way you can't help any of them. So they had to sit down, and the whole hall was quiet, because if you don't read, there's no way you can actually get anything done. So before I left the school, in the 10th year anniversary of the school, I was not informed that I was part of the people that they will be awarded. So I was busy doing my work. I think that day I was a photographer. I was with the camera. I was like doing my job. So I was clapping for people that they were calling their names for award. To my surprise, my name was called, and they were like, leave the mic, leave the camera. James, they are calling you at the stage. James, it's you they are calling. I was like, no, it can't be me. What have I done? I just joined the school. He said, no, that I have done so much that the school needed to award me. So that is the award you are seeing there. And I want to use this medium to thank all the school management. Final word. The highest and most superlative job on earth is teaching job. I call it teaching job, but teaching is not actually a job. It is a sacrifice. Whether you are a soldier, a teacher, an engineer, you are a lawyer, you are a doctor, you are an astronaut, whatsoever you are today, you are a product of a teacher. So there is no reward, there is no stipend, there is no salary that can equate your job or what you are doing in the life of people. Thank you for nation building. Thank you for character building. Thank you for skills acquisition. Thank you for that teacher. So it's an endless investment. Just like this question, how many mango trees are inside the seed of one mango? It's actually a forest. So your investment is enormous. You can't count it. It has no end. It has no limit. This is how the impact will resurface from generation to generation. Thank you so much, teacher.